Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to show you how to transition a variable from a view controller to another view controller, and also from that view controller to a scene. So to start off, we're going to open Xcode, and you're going to go to File, New, Project, and that is going to take you to this screen right here. So you're going to go to iOS, Application, and Game right here, and then click Next. So we are going to name our application View, Scene Controller, because it goes from a view to a scene, and that's how it works. So make sure the language is Objective-C, the game technology is SpriteKit, and the device is iPhone. And after that, click Next. Choose a place in which you want to save your application, and then press Create. So we have the main storyboard now, and the game view controller, game scene, and app delegate, because this is our project right here. We will start off in the main storyboard right here, and as you see, there's nothing but a game view controller with a black screen. And the screen shows up in the game view controller. I mean, sorry, not the screen. The scene shows up in the game view controller. So the view controller goes to the scene, which is right here, and we're gonna drag another view controller in right here. So how it works is that there's gonna be a view controller, and that view controller is going to pass a variable over to this view controller, which is then going to pass it over to the scene, which is going to be displayed in this area right here. So we're going to add a navigation controller right now, because when we're going to add some buttons in this view controller, and when we press them, we want to be navigated over to this view controller right here. And to navigate over to this view controller right here, we're going to add a navigation controller. So the way you do that is you're going to go to Editor, in Navigation Controller right here. So now you see a navigation controller has been added over to the view controller. And what we're going to do is now we're going to go to the view controller right here, and we're going to add two buttons. The reason we're going to add two buttons is that we're going to name them Level 1 and Level 2. And depending on which one we press, we're gonna be taken to this view controller right here, and something's gonna show up, either welcome to level 1 or welcome to level 2, depending on which button we pressed. So we're gonna put in the buttons right now in the view controller by searching a button in this area right here, zooming in on the view controller, and dragging the buttons in. So we're going to drag two buttons in. One button goes right here, and the second button goes right here. We're going to name the first button Level 1, and the second button Level 2. Alright, there we go. And when we press these buttons, we want to be taken to this view controller right here. So what we are going to do is we are going to link this button and this button right here over to this view controller right here. So to do this, what you do is you select this button right here, and you control click and drag or left click over to this view controller right here, and then let go on the view controller. Then this will pop up, and you want to click show. We're also going to do the same thing for level 2, the button, and then press show, and you see that these two things pop up in between these two view controllers. And now what these things are that these represent the connection between this view controller and this view controller, and you can refer to these connections by clicking on them, going to the attribute inspector, and then going to this area right here called the identifier. And this area lets you refer to your connection or segue while you're programming, so that you could have your program do something based on when somebody presses a button. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna name this identifier level 1 and press enter afterwards to save it, and level 2 while also pressing enter, and then and then that's it for now. And if you go to the game view controller right here and into the identity inspector, you'll see that there is a class called game view controller in the first row. And game view controller is right here, and this game view controller controls this game view controller. And if you look in this view controller right here, you'll see that this class is left empty because no class controls this yet. So what we are going to do is we're going to create a class to control it right now. So to do this, you're going to go to File, New, File. We're going to go to Cocoa Touch Class, then press Next. We are going to name our file Main View Controller because it is the main screen. Make sure it's a subclass of UI View Controller and the language Objective-C. After that, press Next. Choose a place to save your file, preferably where you saved it last time, and after that, press Create. So this is what we just created. What we need to do now is that we need to go into the main storyboard and make it so that the class right here is the main view controller. So to do that, we click the view controller, go into the identity inspector right here, go to the drop down arrow, click it, and select main view controller, which is right here. So now what happens is that this main view controller controls this view controller right here. So this is all we need to do in the main storyboard. We can now start programming. So